Right. So if I can, yeah. So this is working for now, right? I guess we're talking about re-architecting everything, because I think what you're saying is that here all I want to do is take, say, this line here. Oops. Put that there, and then say, then post. We can say self ECS post key, and then that would be the end of this thing. And then somewhere else, this would be a system for handling keyboard input. Would do all of this stuff here, right? So, and then I would have to add. So how do you run? So the question is, how do you run the system? Right? Isn't there a system add system somewhere along the way here? So let's see if we can make that happen. And then multiple systems that handle the same event could run in parallel. Okay. So if somebody presses X, then every place that we want to handle X can handle that in parallel. All right, so, this is Bevy again. I want to get back to the ECS part of it. So how do I create a system? All right, so this is how you make a system. Systems are normal Rust functions, but I want to add the system to a schedule. Schedules consist of 0 more stages. Add stage. Okay. With system movement. Okay. So it looks like, and then we have to be able to add, run the schedule once. If your app has a loop, you would run this once per loop. Ooh, okay. Okay. Our app does have a loop, and it's called tick. So can I add, so this is creating a schedule, adding a stage, right? So it looks like you could have stages that just define, I guess this is a friendly name for it, and then how it gets run, and then what systems are in it, and then we run it. But I don't want to create a schedule every tick. I would want to create a schedule and add that as a resource, I guess, and then retrieve the resource and run the schedule. In the main Bevy repos, there is an ECS example. It is super useful. Okay, let's take a look at the main Bevy repo. Examples. ECS. Event. Oh yeah, so this is, right, so this is adding it as a Bevy app, but I want to be able to run it as its own. Doesn't Bevy ECS have its own? Oh, I'm in Bevy again. Duh. Bevy ECS. So now I can go to the repo for this, right? No, this is Bevy again. Conceptually, the schedule is like a big bag of systems that will work out dependencies between each system. It can be run with a mute world. Okay. All right, so I think oh, see, this even has events here. We got readers and writers for events. Oh, between systems. Oh, you're saying put the world inside the ECS context and the schedule inside the ECS context. Right, so I kind of already have that, right? I have this state, right? So if I can add, yeah, if I can add a schedule to that, and all you're doing is you're creating a schedule here and you're sticking it in here, which makes total sense. Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. So when we create this, we can just say schedule, just to start, we can just create a default schedule, right? And that's not going to do anything, but it'll allow us to compile. Nope. Oh, because I did all of this mess. I guess I can also impulse state and just say fn post key self, which does nothing, right? Oh, it takes a key, which is a virtual key code. Okay. All right, I'm just trying to get it to compile at this point. It's still no good. No method name. Oh. There. Okay. All right, so now I should be able to, take the world business here, right? So self is going to be the state, which has the world. It also has the schedule. And we should be able to just call run. Where's schedule? Schedule. Schedule run and then pass in the world. Ooh. Is that going to be a problem? Oh, run. Like that. Because I'm passing in a mutable. Oh, it didn't complain. I'm borrowing schedule immutably, right? And then, which is part of this struct. And then borrowing this mutably, which is part of this struct. I thought it would blow up. Mentor says, not sure about your library, but in DAO there is a main events cleared event that I use to run all the schedules. Well, so right now I just want to see if I can get this to work. So we have this post key event. I want to add a function that I can schedule, right? So let me do that. That's events. Okay. Systems, entities, worlds, resources, schedules. There. I don't know why I just didn't do that. Okay, so we're going to add a stage to our schedule. And we say add stage. Sure, let's call it update. System stage parallel with system handle key. And then we can pass that in here. Oh, with stage. No, this says add stage here. I was just copying this. But you're saying with stage would be better because it returns a self instead of a mutable self. Okay. I'll try it. Handle key doesn't exist. And here I can put in whatever query I want, right? But I want a resource. Right, because I want like in my events resource, because we're going to have events. So I can take in an event reader, keyboard event. I'll just underscore it for now. And I need a keyboard event. Yeah, so I was looking at this page, right? But it's very minimal, right? It just says, okay, here's your first system, your first components, and it kind of assumes that you know ECS already. So it's very basic. It would be great to have like, here's a tutorial from scratch. You know nothing. Here's everything. All right, so I have a handle key. I have created a keyboard event. Nothing's hooked up yet. But, so can I, ooh, that blew up. Resource requested by Progress handle key does not exist. Oh, okay, so I haven't created a resource. See, this is another thing, right? I was looking here to create this. Oops, where is it? Here it is. So it was trying to pull out my event as a resource, but it hasn't been registered, and they didn't say to do that. So do I have to insert this as a resource? And see if that builds. No, still doesn't like it. And so Mantra says, in the world before you run, you will need to init resource and add an update system for the events. Okay. Right, so I'm inserting the resource here. I can do an init resource instead. But then I'll need an update system for the events. So why is that not explained here? I guess. So we have, that's the schedule. Where's systems? Does it have to be a component then too? This is a oh, because Bevy app does it for you. So if because I'm not using Bevy app, I have to do, okay. I see. I'm kind of breaking the way things are meant to work. All right, so the resource needs to be event keyboard events. Okay. Oh, do I have to do it this way? No, it didn't like that. Generic parameters without surrounding angle brackets. Oh, duh. B events. Oh, what am I doing wrong here? Bevy ECS event. Okay, so it's not part of the prelude. I'll get it right. I swear. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Have I used events? I haven't used it anywhere, but it's now registered. So this should be running, right? And we can see it running. It's running pretty damn fast. Mantra says, so you have one big issue. If only it was just one, right? My events are never cleared. Okay. So how do you clear events? That would be right in the documentation, right? I should be able to look up Bevy events and then see how to clear an event. Where the heck is my... I have everything except here. Clear. Events clear. Removes all events. Yeah, so this update system is a system that calls events update once per frame. Clear. And I don't have an update system. I just have a with system. Okay, so you need to add a system before all other systems. Add the system to the schedule event T update. So, does that mean we should create a separate stage for clearing everything? Mantra says, in my example, I created a stage called Events Update. I see it here. So here you're creating a bunch of stages. But where are you adding the actual systems to call? Oh, add system to stage. Ah, I see how it works. So I can just add this, right? Events T. Is it update system or clear? Should it just be clear? Like that? No, it doesn't like that. Oh, you're getting the T from here. So this needs to be a event, a keyboard event. Nope. What's not implemented? Into system is not implemented. Oh, you see a bug. You're saying update here instead? You see a bug in your code? This shouldn't be pre-update, this should be event update. Okay, but there's something, so this is not a system then. Swaps the event buffers and clears the oldest event buffer. In general, this should not be called once. This should be called once per frame / update. Okay, so update state A does clear and then switches to B and then starts the next one, and then state B it clears A events and then switches the state to A. Okay. You can only update systems to the schedule. Isn't that what I'm doing? Right, I added this system here using this same idea. I mean, I guess I could clear it using a separate function? No. I'm just, what I did was I copied what you had here, right? Oh, I didn't call update system, I just called update. Maybe it has to be a system. Yeah. Okay. So my one big problem is now solved, right? Or one big issue is now solved. It's still running every tick, looks like. Which it's good that it's trying to handle the keys, but if there's nothing to read, it would be nice if it didn't bother calling this, saying, oh, there's no events in your event queue. Okay, so now I just need to be able to extract an entry from the... Where is it? Here. For event in reader iter. And that's all of this code up here. Right? I can just take all this and make this my event. For event in reader iter. Right? Shift those in. Venture says the memory leak is fixed at least. Okay, that's good. Yeah, my browser probably crashed at some point. So now we need to figure out what these events are. So the event is unknown. Oh, because I don't have a reader. Okay, let's try again. It's a keyboard event, which is perfect. Okay, so now all I need to do is be able to store whatever my keyboard event is, which is just a virtual key code. Right? So then I can say, instead of ctx.key, I can just say event.0. Right? And that's a virtual key code. Perfect. Okay. What I'm missing, though, is the ability to write out to the screen. I guess I can console log that instead, right? Because right now what I have is, oh, it's not working, right? But I was printing something on the display, and that would have to be a separate piece of information. So let's just console log this out. Right, that way we can see it. And it should only change once per key. Oops. Oh. Yeah, how do we get the derived deref? Let's create a simple deref here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. That does look handy. Let me save that for later. Okay, I just want to be able to get my ECS now. So how do we get from the system? One of the things in the system the argument has to be the ability to see the world, right? So one of the arguments has to be it's not a resource. I need to be able to get the world so that I can read resources from it in the system. Oh, okay, so maybe that's part of the query then, right? So now I have to modify this. My query is going to be these guys. Oh no, it's not a query. I need resources. So it's a resource. Can I add a bunch of resources? Because I want to get, say, map, res, map, comma, right? And viewport, res, or VP, viewport. And then I need MO, which is the map offset. Is there a res mute? Map offset? There is. That was a lucky guess. Okay. So those are those. So I don't need to do these anymore. Oh, this is different, right? Okay, so this is actually where we're drawing the map, which does need to be done up here. So after we handle the key, we want to draw the map. So I still need to do this here. But I don't need to do it there, and I'm not going to put the FPS here. I'm going to put it here. I guess it can be like that. Okay. So now we get for each event, we check the key, we modify our stuff, and then then I'm logging it out here. I don't need to do that anymore, right? Boom. Didn't like that. Oh, because I'm doing this still. I don't need to do this anymore. Wow. This is how the schedule is able to parallelize the runtime. If your system uses res, it can allow shared access, but res needs exclusive. Right, yep. You need to pull all that code out of the tick function and create a bunch of systems that handle the events. Okay, so I can't... Oh, I don't need to... I no longer need to check this. Because we always have a key. Well, we will always have a key. And this has to be mute. Look at that. Okay, so one last thing is I need to actually grab the key. Oh, I do. I already have that code. And then post key has to actually insert the event. So now, okay, so now we need to be able to post the event. And I do have an event writer. So that's the tricky part now. Mantra says, just copy paste my function. I'm trying to write, oh, for post event? I'm trying to write this myself, my dude. Okay. Post event. Oh, very nice. So we get the events for the type we're interested in, and then we send it. Okay, and we can do that here. We could just do it right in here, right? Self ECS world get resource. Mod events keyboard event unwrap. Does this work? Nope. I did it wrong. Was this where I have to pull out a cell again? Self ECS. Oh, it's self ECS, right. I went one too far. There we go. There's the world. There we go. So now we have an immutable events, and now all we have to do is say events. I'll just copy your code here. Events. Send. Keyboard event key. Right? 2 warnings. Post keys not used. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't need that post key. All right, now let's see if we can read keys. All right, I don't see anything coming out on the console. Look at that. It's working. Thank you so much, Mantra. Your help was invaluable today. Okay, so this is all working. We don't have the XY coordinates displayed up here, but that's easy.